Hey, Lose Weight with Macros family. I'm your host, Verona, your behavior change nutrition coach focused on helping busy, successful women who are in the position to take action to change your whole trajectory when it comes to diets, restricting yourself from calories, carbs, and all of the things that you love in the name of weight loss. Let's do it right, friends. If you're new here, grab a coffee, grab your tea, your water, and your matcha, because today's episode, why it's so hard to lose weight while holidays, family, and life get in the way, is going to be just for you, especially if you have got this in the back of your mind and you're wondering how you're going to navigate the holiday season, specifically Christmas 2022. But for now, let's get into today's wonderful episode. Hey friend, welcome to Lose Weight with Macros, the basics podcast show with me, your host Verona. If you're somebody who's overwhelmed by all of the conflicting information out there, you're confused about how much protein you should be eating, how to count macros, you don't have time to figure out your macros, and you're sick and tired of repeating the same old boring meals because it is exhausting, you are in the right place. This Lose Weight with Macros basics podcast is specifically for you. You're the woman who wants to learn how to track your macros and do it sustainably, do it in a way that you can enjoy your foods and you don't have to cut out your favorite foods, and we're not here for that. So my friends, if this is you, grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your water, grab your matcha, your notepad and pen, because today's episode is going to be a juicy one. So buckle up friends, let's get it. So my friends, the holidays are here. Now, if you're in the States, they officially started the day after Thanksgiving and the day after Cyber Monday. And if you are like me, my email inbox was flooded with Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals and the Monday after Cyber Monday and all kind of emails. I'm like, why are you guys sending so many emails? Tell me it's not just me that got overwhelmed with this. It can't just be me, right? But I understand some of you may have snagged some great deals, and I spoke to a few of you over on Instagram who told me that you got incredible deals. Let me go to one of those conversations now. I actually had a conversation with a friend and I was like, what's this? I didn't actually know what this is. So she did a story and she actually said, she put the story up and I was like, huh? Who is paying $570 for a face cream? So she had Cheese Silk Fusion and I'm like, when I had long hair, this was incredible for my hair. But one thing that I'd never known about was this thing that she bought for, actually, well, she didn't buy it for $570, but it actually markets for $570. And I said to her, what is that thing that costs $570? So she said it's called the La Mer. La Mer. You see, you got to put the French accent on it. And basically, that's a high-end face cream. And she said that she actually got it for $7, from $570 to $7. And I'm like, listen, I don't even use face cream like that high-end face cream, but I would have bought it for $7. So some of you did actually get fantastic deals, but for me, who's an introvert, that was just the bane of my life. But it actually did work out in the end because I was holding on to these email lists and I actually didn't really enjoy the emails anymore because they had no longer served me or I no longer followed them, and because life happens. And for some of you, that will happen on the email list. If you're not on the email list, then you can go to the website vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/macros guide, download your macros guide, and you will be automatically joining up to the newsletter. Of course, you can opt out if you don't want to join up for the newsletter, but it happens, it grows, you get what you need. Some of you just come, let's be real, some of you come for the freebies and then you go about your business. It happens, all people do it. It's just the way that we are. I just want this, what have you got for me? That's free. And that's life. That's the reality of where you're at. So you get what your freebie is, hit unsubscribe, and you keep on moving. Now, or there are others of you who download the guide, you put the actions into place, you've got your custom macros with me, and then the email list no longer serves you because you've already got your goal that you set out to intend. That happens. But if you're constantly holding on to something, thinking that you're going to get different results than what you have now, i.e. your diet, and I actually did email that newsletter out actually after it. I actually did tell them about that. I actually did tell them a story about diets and holding on to things, especially diets that you were desperately hoping to think that it will work for you. It worked for you one day, but then it stopped working for you. If you're still holding on, you need to unsubscribe from that diet. So let's segue nicely into today's topic that we're talking about as a reminder why it's so hard to lose weight while holidays, family, and life get in the way. Now, family can't get possibly in the way. Families, we love them. What I mean is when you start to focus more on your family, then you start to focus on your health. Yes, my friends, you can actually have a balance and do the two. So when it comes to macro tracking, especially when it comes to the holidays, it can be tough. Even when you're just trying to stay on track during the holidays, between those family gatherings, the parties, and other social obligations that we feel that we cannot say no to, it is definitely easy to let your macros slip. Now, when it comes to the holidays, they can also be a stressful time for many, but it can be especially difficult for those of us who are trying to lose weight. The days leading up to Christmas, New Year's and all the other festivities that are filled with cookies, candy, sweets, treats that can make it tough to stay back on track. If you're somebody who's not into the sweets, you might be somebody who's into the savory. Pass me the stuff in the cranberries and the pigs in blankets too. Oh my goodness, that for me, and the roast potatoes. I will forget about everything else. That is what I would fill my plate up. And you know, when you're hungry and you don't quite want to eat a big meal because you know the food is about to come out, you stack up on these snacks and the hors d'oeuvres. Oh, girl. If you know about stuffing and you know about these pigs in blankets, basically the little cocktail sausages that are wrapped in bacon. Oh, and some of you can have that Brussels wrapped in bacon. You can have asparagus wrapped in bacon. Some of you do it differently with lashings of butter and garlic. If I'm making you hungry, I'm making myself hungry too. But with all of those things, it can be like, how am I supposed to keep on track with my macros? And there's all of this in front of me. I hear you. It can be a hard thing to do, especially when it comes to it. But I'm here to tell you, as always, there's good news. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to be restrictive during the holidays. It just means that you can lose weight during the holidays. Now, there is a difference. I'm not telling you, please don't mistake me here. I'm not telling you to go on a diet and restrict yourself from carbs on Christmas all the way up from now, the 1st of December, up until the 24th of December, to restrict yourself from carbs so you can enjoy your favorite foods. Girl, that is restrictive dieting, and we don't do that here. Chances are, if you've already done that, you already know how that makes you feel. So we're not going to keep doing the same things expecting a different result. Imagine if there was no doubt in your mind any longer that you could actually lose weight, since fad diets that you've tried have given you a full sense of hope for weight loss. Imagine if you could be unstuck from all of that all or nothing mentality and feel like you need to give up. Imagine if you learnt to actually love the reflection that you saw back looking in the mirror, rather than calling yourself a marshmallow, fat, mum pooch, and all of these negative names. Imagine if you could be able to do that. Well, my friends, that's exactly why I created Focus on the Fat Loss. If you're tired of wasting money on fad diets, quick fixes, and unsustainable results, and being made to eat broccoli, chicken, and rice every day, and they tell you need to cut out carbs after 6 p.m. So when it turns to 6:01 p.m, you're now afraid to eat a morsel of bread or carbs because you're worried that this is going to cause you to gain fat. If you need an approach to fat loss that works and fits into your lifestyle, and you want to heal your self-sabotage relationship with food, Focus on the Fat Loss is a 4-week nutrition and mindset focused group coaching program where you will have access to recipes, educational videos, live Q&As, and access to meet your girl. But I'm also including the workout library. Friends, if this is you, then head on over to the website vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/focus to sign up to join us. Now, let's get back into today's episode. If you're somebody who wants to make me your coach, I would love to have the opportunity to be your coach. vanutritioncoaching.co.uk is the place to be. When you go to the main page, or whatever page you're on, there will be a little button on the right hand side that says book a consultation call with me. So you're booking your coaching consultation with me. Before you get on the phone, I need some questions and a bit of information about who you are, what your goals are, what you're hoping to achieve in the one-to-one behavior change nutrition coaching. If you want to know what behavior change nutrition coaching is from my perspective, then vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/coaching is the website page that you need to go to with all of the information there, the investment, the price, everything. Let's start off new. Okay, so when it comes to that, there is good news. If you didn't catch that, there is good news, but it just takes a little bit more prepping and a little bit more planning. Let's take Olivia. I've been struggling with my weight for years and I've tried everything. Diet pills, exercise, going on a diet, nothing worked. I felt hopeless, and I knew that my family would be disappointed if they saw me at Christmas with a big belly and rolls of fat around my waist. I thought about cancelling the trip, but then I thought of how much my family would be hurt by that. My sister told me about her custom macros that she got from Verona, so I decided to give it a try. After using these custom macros for a few weeks, I literally felt like a new person. In the first few weeks, I'd already lost 7 pounds. Now, I'm so glad my sister told me about Verona, because now we can celebrate together without worrying about embarrassing each other with our bodies. When it comes to macros, it can be hard to get on track, especially when you've got family around who don't have your goals that you do, and they want to eat all the time, and well, your life just gets busy, especially if you're trying to maintain or start again a healthy lifestyle, especially while working full-time and you're trying to get your macros in check. But fear not, my sister friends. Here are some tips that will help you stay on track even when everything else is going off the rails, so you don't have to. So firstly, what I'm going to say to you is don't stress. Like, literally, don't stress about it, because this is one of those times where we don't need to be perfectionists. Just do your thing, do your best, and do what you can do. If you can't find time for exercise in this week, don't worry about it. Or if you don't have time for an hour routine that you normally do, go walk for 20 minutes. If you've got a dog, take your dog out for a walk. And you're focusing on what matters most, which is step number 2. Make sure that your eating plan emphasizes foods that you enjoy and that will help you towards your fat loss goals. Not always you have to reach for something that's healthy and convenient. The next one, we're talking about preparation, planning, goals. I'm always talking about planning and goals. And if you're working with me on a one-to-one or you've joined Focus on the Fat Loss, we start off both coaching sessions with your goals. I'm talking goals and I'm also talking coins. So set aside some cash so you don't have to use your credit card when you're out shopping. Now, you might have already planned. I can't tell you how to manage your money. And for you who be like, how dare you tell me if I can or can't use my credit card? I'm going to do what I want. Girl, go and do what you want. I'm not telling you not to use your credit card. Go ahead. But if you can set aside and you budget, why would you need to go and take out money that you don't have and quite frankly is not yours at that particular time? If you know how much money that you need to spend on groceries, then it will become much easier for you to avoid temptation at the checkout counter. Now, I'm going to give you a little pause and a little caveat here. Over here in the UK, we have Tubs of Quality Street, Tubs of Celebrations, and there's another one, Tubs of Heroes. Every single year they come out with those. And you know where they strategically place them? They strategically place them in the seasonal aisle. Right after you come through to the store, they are right in your eye gate. You know you don't need them, meaning you can see them and they're quite strategically placed so that you can, oh, you know what? I haven't got one of these. Let me buy one. In fact, let me buy 2. Now, if you're buying them for a neighbor, no problem. But if you're just buying the tub of sweets before Christmas and you end up eating them before Christmas, you're going to then replenish them. But don't get it twisted. When it comes to supermarkets, they strategically place these things. These buy one, buy two, get one free. You don't need 2 of the same product to get another one. But that is a strategic tactic for you to spend more money. If you go in with a plan, like if you download the recipe pack, you've got the shopping guide and it's set out as well as it is in the book that one of you will win. I'm loving your competition entries. VA Nutrition Coaching Podcast, you can enter over on Instagram and facebook.com/VA Nutrition Coaching, and you can DM me there, or my name, Verona Angle. You can find me on Facebook and then you can enter that way, or email support@vanutritioncoaching.co.uk. Tell me what your biggest struggle is when it comes to meal prep and why you should win this book. And so when it comes to that, you're setting aside some money. It is being strategic about the things that you can have. The money can be physical cash or it can be on your card if you want. It's about you and what fits into your lifestyle. The next one, I've put it in here twice because it's important to put in here twice, is don't get stressed. If something doesn't go as planned, like you forget an ingredient, or you forget that you need a new pot, or your scales stop working so you can't track your foods, or if you're somebody who uses MyFitnessPal and you refuse to pay the $20 per month, $20 per week for the MyFitnessPal, I don't blame you, because I'm not paying $20 per month. Over here in the UK, I pay $7.99 per month, not a week. $20 per week is extortionate. And I paid I can't remember what I paid. I think I paid £39.99. It's no wonder people are in uproar about the app that the barcode facility has literally ceased unless you pay $20 a week. Even if you can afford it, I think that's extortionate. That doesn't need to be done. Anyway, that's what they've done. That's just my opinion. However, if you're somebody who gets stressed easily, when we're the type of people where we are planners and we are type A people and we want everything done yesterday, we have the all or nothing mindset and we have the perfectionist mentality that we don't really need to be perfect in every little thing. And especially if something doesn't go as planned, especially if it's something you know how to do. For example, you might know how to track your macros already, but when you start to derail and you just kind of fall off the wagon, as they say, I can't stand that saying, but if you fall off the wagon, you're like, you know what, forget about it. Absolutely forget it. But I'm here to tell you, if it doesn't go as planned, don't worry about it too much. Now, I know this might be easier said than done for some people, but honestly, don't worry about it too much. Relax, take a deep breath with me right now. Breathe in, hold for 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly release. And take those breaths as much as you need, and then you figure out what needs to happen next without stressing too much about all of the little details. Yes, we want to know all of the little details. Yes, we want to be ahead of them, but sometimes we don't always need to be that detailed. It's hard, but we don't always need to be. Now, number 5, if you want to lose weight in an effective, sustainable way, take a step back and think about your goals. Goals all the way. And a bonus tip, because it is the month and the gift of giving. Do what works best for you. And that, my friends, is the end of today's episode. Why it's so hard to lose weight while holidays, family, and life get in the way, and what you can do about it. Those are my tips to help you when it comes to the holidays, whether you've been stressed, whether you've emotionally eaten, or whether you've been on a yo-yo diet. Stress is something that will exacerbate the stress that you already have and make it worse for you to lose weight. Instead of that, focus on these things and then let me know how you get on. Go over on Instagram. If you've listened to this, go over on Instagram, tag me in your stories and let me know how this has helped you. Don't forget to share this with a friend. And of course, don't forget to complete the 1-minute survey. Yes, it is 1-minute survey because I don't like lots and lots of questions. And so I honor your time and don't give you lots and lots of questions. It is literally 1 minute of your time to help me help you when it comes to these episodes. But that, my friend, is all we've got time for. I cannot wait to catch you in the next installment of the holiday series, the Macros Edition. Take care, friend. Hey, friend, you made it to the end of the episode. What was your biggest takeaway from today's episode? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review over on iTunes. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about today's episode, or you need help, then you can contact me over on Instagram at VA Nutrition Coaching Podcast, or email me support@vanutritioncoaching.co.uk, or you can head over to the Facebook page VA Nutrition Coaching Podcast. It helps us reach even more women who are fed up of dieting, don't know how to lose weight, they're frustrated with following Sally's results and they're not getting any of their own, and they just finally want to shed some pounds and do it in a way that they can sustain and they can enjoy. But my friends, that's a wrap for today's episode. I can't wait to catch you on the next one. Until then, friends, stay healthy, stay blessed, and remember, if you haven't already downloaded your 5-ingredient recipe pack, you can go to the website vanutritioncoaching.co.uk/recipes and download your 5-ingredient recipe pack. Who said healthy eating was boring? See you next time, friend.